The round table.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will. It's time for action, gentlemen. Gentlemen of the round table.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
All right, so who is praying?
Not me. 1, 2,
No,
3,
I'm not
not
praying.
it. 1, 2, 3, no
Not
pray.
it.
No, not it.
No, that's not how it works.
Ben
it
is
goes
praying.
in order. There is an order.
1, 2, 3, Ben prays.
Ben
prays.
prays.
I don't think it is my turn to pray. I prayed last time.
Oh, you did?
I think so.
Okay, so Baruch Atah, it's your turn, Jake.
Oh no, I'm real. I don't like being the first person here.
You have to.
All right, Jake Young is with us from Nerd of Mouth, just to clarify that.
And from the upcoming Wizard and the Bruiser.
Oh, are we live?
It's called Wizard and the Bruiser?
It's called Bruiser and the
I
Wizard.
thought it was Wizard and the Bruiser.
Who
Wizard and the
fuck
Bruiser
is the
might be
wizard and
better.
Who the hell's the Bruiser?
We switch it every time.
Oh, my God.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav. Florida bullshit. Marcus has the shits. Amen.
It's very painful.
That was beautiful. I tell you, dude. Well, you know, I had an incident the other day at our band rehearsal. I had some really bad shits.
Yeah, you were gone for about 20 minutes.
I was in there for 20 minutes, and my guts were pushing against my nuts.
All right.
Ben Kissel?
Thank you, Holden. Good segue. That's how we start off every show from now on. Jackie, how are you? This is the Roundtable of Gentlemen. I like your shirt, Jackie. It says Boy Inspector.
Boy Inspector. Better watch out. I'm here to discover who is the men and who is the boys.
Good.
I'm a tiny boy.
Get over here. You sit on my lap. I'm gonna.
Ooh, inspect me.
Yeah, no. I just feel like boy inspector is more for slave trade. Like it's like, oh yeah, no, he's a good stock.
He'll be good in in the
Out in the
outside.
yards, yeah, or you
right.
throw him down the chute.
Kind of a sad reality there, but yes. Julia, you're here.
Yes.
You're sitting in for Ed Larson.
Yes, good to be here.
Julia Johns, tell us about yourself.
No.
I don't know.
Classic Julia.
That is a tough thing to do, Julia. It's sort of a yes and is what we need to do.
You gotta roll with it.
Yeah, you gotta keep it going. Get it going.
One secret you've never told anybody else
One
except for your pillow.
Secret you've only told to your pillow.
Only told to my pillow.
Pillow. Maybe you love.
I like to eat Cheetos with yogurt.
That is absolutely disgusting. You're off the show.
Pretty good.
That is that true?
Yeah,
That
wait.
is true. Actually, not just
That
the
is
pillow
true?
knows, but I do know. Yes.
Like vanilla yogurt.
Yeah. What?
Strawberry yogurt.
And
Wait, Marcus he's having issues.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
forget it.
gross.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's out the other end. It's out the other end. It's out the butt, not the mouth. Yeah, you're not gonna make my butt throw up.
That smooth,
Well-
creamy yogurt.
Trey Gallione is sitting in for Kevin Barnett, by the way. If you're hearing his voice, that's him.
Oh,
Trey
when am I
Gallione.
supposed to be Kevin Barnett?
Never.
After me, but that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Holdenators, ho! Nobody knows.
What?
No, I don't think I have any shout-outs this week.
You don't have any shout-outs?
I don't
How
think
is your
so.
Twitch stream getting worse?
No. I have shout-outs. I just don't know if I wrote them down. Did I? I don't know if
Well, how
I've
don't
said
you do
these.
this?
Maybe I haven't said these out loud yet. Have I said this?
Just do them.
Aaron Rodriguez is a huge fan of Roundtable. Mr. Obama, Screw Larson, PS4 shout-out should be twice as long. Witcher contracts ain't gonna do themselves.
Okay, good.
Okay. Poncho993 says he loves Eddie and his hate for the PS4 shout-outs and appreciation to Marcus for all he does. No one says it enough.
That's very nice.
Megadeth23, Long Live RT, and Henry Kissel is as big as he is funny. He challenges Ed to a weed-off. Holden, if your GF and your mom switch bodies, which one would you fuck to save them both?
And?
It doesn't make any sense. Like a paradox. My mom. Fuck my big fun mom.
Just
all right?
the worst magic terrorist I've
Yeah,
ever heard.
That's the thing. I'll fucking Eiffel Tower my mother. All right. Decrepit Whale says Parks is my personal Lord and Savior. Parks Ambith. What does that mean? AMBYTH? Is that a thing?
Parks and beef.
Yeah, man. Parks and Biff.
Parks and
I
Rec?
forgot about that.
That's a decent show.
ANDBITH.
That's bitch.
Ambith, it said. I don't know.
AM.
Might be a misspelling.
Yeah, it might have been an autocorrect situation. I get those a lot.
Maybe it was and Ben.
Oh, and Ben.
Probably not.
Probably it was.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Randy with-
savior implies there's just one. So
I thought it was
don't
some chaos magic hoobly goobly. Is what I thought.
That's exactly what it is, Holden.
Randy 4422 Benjamin, you are a cockbag, and shout out to Kevin.
Yeah.
What the hell did I do to Randy?
I don't know. Randy with
God.
3 A's, so he's obviously
Hit a nerve, obviously.
You're really being a cockbag today. I think that is a good way
We
to
all agree
describe
with
you.
Randy.
I love being a cockbag.
It's a bag full of
Being a
cocks.
cockbag.
All right.
That's a party.
Yeah, why not? Forget about it. Kevin's gone. He's in Montreal. So Trey Gallione is sitting in for him.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trey.
You're welcome.
All right. Now, I want to know more about this show that Jake and Holden are working on.
Oh, shit.
What's it called? The Crimpler and the Crumpler?
It's called The Wizard and the Bruiser.
Wizard and the Bruiser, or the Bruiser and the Wizard. I guess we got to go check in about the name afterwards.
Who? So I have a feeling you're the Bruiser and he's the Wizard. Jake
Maybe
Young, that is.
we'll find out through the course of the show, will we not?
It's a journey of discovery to discover which of us is a wizard.
And which of us is a bruiser, a brawling bruiser, a scary, mean muscle boy?
This sounds dork-tastic.
It is
It
dorktastic.
is dorktastic, and we got some really fun episodes coming your way. I learned a lot about Gundam, and I'm really excited to not have to know about it anymore.
All right. So now, is this a podcast about video games and other things like that?
Every week we will take a single subject in the world of geekdom, whether that's anime or
Okay.
cartoons or video games or comic books, and we will break it down and explain why it's popular. Spoiler alert, usually it's because of Asperger's syndrome.
Great.
And we'll try and make it as fun and entertaining as possible.
And I'm going to throw it out there. We took a big note from last podcast on the left. We're going to do our fucking research, and we're going to bring you some real thoughts to the show and not just yammer off the top of our fucking domes.
That's great. And that'll be right here on Cave Comedy Radio.
That's right. Cave Comedy Radio premiering here in a couple of weeks.
Wow.
Don't miss it.
The Wizard.
Spooky wizards and mean mad bruisers.
Wow, that show is going to take off.
And by the way, on Twitter or wherever you want to go talk your snark, I'm calling it now, Wizard and the Loser. Oh, it's hilarious to change our name to Wizard and the Loser. Well, fuck your ass.
What about
Yeah.
Pisser and the Loser?
Oh,
Yeah,
so
that's-
brilliant.
yeah.
Pisser and the Loser. All my fans can get fucked. I want you all to get wrecked on alcohol and do something dangerous and hurt yourselves.
Wizard and the weenie. Holdini
Oh, so smart. I've never heard that one before. Actually, I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, you're kind of projecting there. I think people will really like it. And they
I
won't
have
say
a
anything bad about it.
Disdain for the people who listen to this show. I've never made a secret about it. So yeah, there you go.
That's a good point. Jackie, speaking of other Cave Comedy Radio shows, we did Page 7 together, Marcus Parks, myself, and Jackie.
That's so fun.
Yeah,
That
it
was
wasn't
fun.
as scary as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
What are some topics you covered?
Travolta.
Oh, yeah. Stranger
Always
Things.
Travolta. I feel like every single.
And yeah,
Travolta is a pretty consistent
Breaking news,
topic.
old gay weirdo, still old, gay, and weird.
is he weird?
Oh, he's the weirdest man.
Marcus, have you caught up? Let's do a little Page 7 right here. Have you caught up on Stranger Things?
I'm done.
Yeah.
You finished it? You really did?
I finished it
episodes.
last night. I finished
You
it
did?
last night.
Yeah.
No idea what's going on.
Get
You
out
gotta
of
watch
here.
Stranger Things, Trey. It's on Netflix right now. I'm 3 episodes from the end, so don't spoil it for me.
I
now.
won't spoil it for you, but you're going to love it.
Trey, if you haven't seen Stranger Things, then Netflix just punked you. You
Yeah.
need to get on it.
Get on it.
I watched the whole Ip Man trilogy recently.
We're not
That's on
talking about that.
Netflix.
No,
but
Mike
don't
Tyson's
wait,
in that
Netflix-
one. That's pretty cool.
Netflix been very good to me. Yeah, Mike Tyson's is in the third one. That's great. Like, how is it? Okay, roll with it. They're
Why
great,
not?
awesomely bad kung fu movies.
He's got one testicle. All right. Yeah, Mike Tyson.
He was born that way, or
No.
he was
That's
Lady
why he's
Gaga
so
into it?
angry.
No, he's very nice now.
He's nicer.
Yes, he's focused and in love with random Buddhist thought.
How'd he lose his testicle? From raping?
No, well, I don't know that you should. Yes.
I'm sorry, allegedly raping.
No, he went to
he was
prison for it. He was
confirmed guilty.
convicted.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're
yeah,
allowed to
yeah.
say it there.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Still is a show on Adult Swim, though. All right, Marcus. Maybe we should do a news story.
Let's
If
do
you
it.
think you have one that you really love.
I got one. I love this one.
Oh, I'm scared already.
An aggressive rodent named Justin beaver
That's good.
has been attacked.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for listening to Roundtable of Gentlemen.
All right, Jake's closing us out.
He's been attacking swimmers and pets at a popular swimming hole all this summer. It's caused quite a stir among residents, with many fearing for their safety. Fiona Gibson, who was once charged by the beaver, said he's got some pretty big ferocious claws and teeth. He came at me. I was surprised. It's not something you expect from a beaver.
And if the beaver were to come at you, Marcus, you might say something such as,
I'll just kick it.
"Don't come at me with that."
If he was going to come at me, I would say, "Don't come at me with that, beaver," and then I'd kick him.
Then
Sorry,
you'd kick
I've
it.
got the shits. I'm not on top of my game
I
right
know,
now.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't think of like a more just existential horror than just like a fucking beaver with those like incisors just straight through the bone, straight through the flesh, just on you. That's terrifying.
I mean, a beaver is only useful if you have a big staple stuck in your arm and you don't have a pliers around. You get a beaver. God made something for every occasion.
Yeah, apparently Justin is well known in the area, so much so that he's caught the attention of conservation officers. He's known to attack anyone who ventures onto his property, which appears to be the entire riverfront area. 4 years ago, he attacked a dog named Max, leaving the animal with a gash on its stomach.
I love it.
Man, all they need to do
protect your territory.
to really just, wipe his slate clean is that they just need to, record him and do a remix of, and say, "I'm sorry," and just, have him, attacking people, but they make it into a viral video. Everyone will love the beaver.
viral.
He won't want to attack anybody anymore.
Do beavers have can they understand the concept of internet fame?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, totally.
Absolutely.
beavers
pizza-
understand virality.
Yeah.
Their eyesight is based on motion like a T-Rex.
Right?
And guys, we should fucking Scooby-Doo gang this fucking mystery. Turns out it's Dave Coulier with a fucking puppet the whole time.
Cut it out.
Yay.
Of course, I met Dave Coulier. Very nice guy.
Yeah, you met him?
Yeah, he was a great guy. Super nice. He wrote a book for children.
Oh.
Yes.
How does he take his coffee?
He likes it wet.
Wet, dark, like a big
Do
wet.
you guys know about beaver castorium?
No.
It was
I don't even know what a castorium is.
Yeah, what is a castorium?
So
is that a spell
beavers
wizard?
have a scent gland in their butts, and for the longest time in the early 20th century and the late 19th century, it was a valuable ingredient in patent medicine and perfumes, and it gave you pep, and it was an aphrodisiac.
People eating beaver butt?
People ate beaver butt,
Really?
so much money for that primo beaver butt.
Really?
Yeah, it was the goji berries of old timey times.
Yeah, you gotta love the beaver. They got a bizarre flattened pineapple for a tail. I mean, they are a bunch of fun critters, and they're dangerous.
Yeah, the castorium is, according to Wikipedia, the yellowish secretion of the castor sac.
The castor sac. That's interesting. I think the beavers are actually one of the more underestimated rodents or creatures when it comes to the sheer fright of that. When you see a beaver, you don't even realize you're scared of beavers until you're confronted with one, and then they're horrifying.
They're big.
shockingly
Have you
large.
seen them
Yeah,
in real life? I've never
shockingly
seen. Have you
large.
guys seen
Trey,
a beaver
what's
in real
the
life?
size of a good beaver?
A beaver's leg.
No, it's an audio
Yeah,
I know,
podcast.
but I'm
can't
trying
just-
to think. That's 2 feet long without the tail. I mean, you're talking a good 30, 40-pound thing.
Jeez.
Plus that big-ass
It's like a
tail.
cock bag.
Yeah.
Bag filled with cocks that does a weekly podcast.
About as big as Ben.
Oh, huge. That's
Yeah.
fine. Beaver versus what's the other one? It's the beaver and
Badger.
The badger.
No, you go for a
Badger
badger,
takes
definitely,
that.
because beavers on land are quite fat and slow, but when you get, they're you get them into the water.
Oh, get him in the water.
Get them in the water, and oh boy, they'll fuck you up, man.
Really?
They're
Yeah.
like crocodiles. You got to run in a zigzag. They can't follow you.
Man, let's get him to fight. Another viral video. Man, I'm pumping this shit out right now.
You're smart.
Thank you.
Yeah. Boy Inspector.
Let
Slash
3 out in the
viral
middle of the
business
high
line.
line and just film what happens.
Give me your balls, Jake. I want to see how much of a boy you are today.
Please don't inspect me.
I'm a tiny boy. I need looking into.
7.7.
You just have a stamp.
Yeah, what were the
Yeah.
penalties there? What was I penalized for?
Don't worry about
voice.
it. I'm the
It'll be in your
professional.
report.
I do. Now that I'm looking at the shirt, okay. So when we did,
The shirt is glittery, by the way.
yeah, we
it's
explained that
sparkles.
Jackie is wearing a shirt that says "Boy Inspector." It is
Sleeveless.
purple. It's sleeveless on her own. She made that shirt sleeveless. But now that I think about it,
Yeah,
that
not a
shirt,
tank top.
if you were not wearing it as a woman of age, I think it's really disturbing.
Yeah.
You imagine an old man wearing the shirt "Boy Inspector"?
Honestly, I would be more afraid if I sent my boy to elementary school and another boy was wearing a T-shirt called "Boy Inspector." That would
Most
be
people wearing it, actually, I think it's fairly creepy.
Fairly
I bought
creepy.
it at a dollar store.
There you go.
There you go.
put it on a dog. see what happens.
Dogs love boys. Boys love
Why
dogs.
not?
Is it only me, but
Throw it
Marcus
on a
with the
donkey.
Marcus with the runs sounds like an old man, like sitting like Clint Eastwood and like get off my lawn.
Greetings. I am the Boy Inspector.
Oh my God, that's horrifying. Sounds like Levon Helm on a bad day.
Say there, Marcus.
I've got a room. It's all set up for you.
Sounds like fucking Bill Clinton.
What's behind that curtain, Daddy?
Sounds like Emilio Estevez as old Billy the Kid.
You know what? As long as you guys are wearing body cams, I trust you. You know, like it's fine. It's like I respect the uniform.
Boy Inspectors.
That you got to have body cams, Marcus.
Wizard and the Bruiser. Check that.
Coming to you live,
and
we're
the
talking
weenie.
about. We're going to talk about movies.
No, Lizard and the Loser. What are we talking about here?
Loser and the
Losers out.
Boozer.
Oh, everybody thinks it's hilarious to shit on our show. You know what we did? We sat down and we said we gonna do it every damn week. And you come in here and you call us loser and you call us snoozer. Well, you're the snoozer because you go back to school and you learn how to talk.
All right, no one called you a snoozer, but
But I like Snoozer too.
I like
Snoozer.
Bruiser and the
It
Snoozer.
doesn't make you fall asleep unless that's what you want it to do, and then it does.
Bruiser and the Snoozer.
Back to beavers.
Yes, please.
This is not the only serious beaver attack in recent history. A few years ago, a 60-year-old fisherman was killed by a beaver in Belarus while he was attempting to photograph the animal. Apparently, the rodent bit the man on the leg, severed an artery, and the man bled to death.
There you go.
Horrible way to go.
I should have
Yeah.
worn my Beaver Inspector T-shirt.
That's right.
He was just trying to get a staple out of his leg. You know? He
Perhaps.
just can't. They're just not. Don't have the precision.
It's like, at least though, when he was dying, he said, "Oh shit, beaver ate me out."
Isn't that weird?
But in Belarusian,
one of those
sounds much more beautiful.
Yeah, it's much more eloquent,
Lizard and the
poetic.
Snoozer.
That
Listen.
pelt's worth some cash.
No, that's
Good
what
beaver
I call
pelt, that's
some
worth some
angry
money.
beavers. Remember Nickelodeon?
Beaver's Revenge. Yes.
Avhovna Barbara na miani.
What does that mean,
That
Marcus?
means, oh shit, the beaver ate me out.
In what language?
Belarusian.
I mean, and what a good credits roll line to die on.
Oh wait,
Just-
excuse me, I actually wrote, "Oh shit, the beaver at me out." If you say "ate me out," it totally fucking changes.
changes it.
Avdiano Barbara Zeumiani.
Do you have any idea if you're saying that
How did
right?
you read that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm totally saying that right.
Just a poor old.
Yeah. It looks like just shapes.
No, it's
I see.
yeah. They
They help
actually,
you out.
yeah, they help you out. Google Translate. They just don't throw Cyrillic at you. They actually help you out.
Absolutely.
husband, my poor husband, what for his last verse?
Hey, Jake, you know,
Don't worry about it.
don't come at him with that.
Just know he's funny. He's a funny guy.
I made a reference to a movie on a last podcast on the left, and for those listening to both, you'll love it. You know Barbara Streisand, right?
I'm aware of her.
Yeah, remember that movie Yentl?
Yes.
Never. Yes, I know that movie Yentl.
Thank you.
But
All
have you
right.
ever seen Yentl?
No.
Give me the plot to Yentl right now.
Isn't that where she dresses up like a sexy boy?
Okay, yeah.
Yes! Thank God!
It's Jewish Mulan. I'm pretty sure it's Julan.
Julon. They should have called it Julon.
Thank God. All right, so Beaver's Revenge. The guy, everyone's fine. The Beaver's doing great. Leave the Beaver alone.
Leave the beaver alone. That's what they're. In fact, that's what they're doing. They're saying we're not moving the beaver. You move for the beaver. The beaver's in his home. Don't go to that swimming hole. Find a different swimming hole. It's Canada. There are swimming holes everywhere.
Oh, it's constant swimming holes.
Why can't you
Nonstop.
just shoot the fucking beaver?
Why
It's not
shoot
like
No, you
beavers are
fucking you put the
endangered.
scuba tank in the beaver's mouth and then you shoot it with a rifle.
Right.
Yeah, because we all know beavers have black eyes, like a doll's eyes.
I'm sure there's a beaver season up
Well,
there.
you son of a bitch.
No beaver season. All right, Marcus.
Yeah, let's go for a history lesson. Ooh. Yeah, today
I refuse to learn anything on this podcast.
Yeah.
you're not going to learn something. This is a trip down memory lane for all of us. Today marks the 25th anniversary of Pee Wee Herman's arrest for exposing himself inside a XXX theater in Florida.
Where were you when Pee Wee was caught jacking? Where were
Back
you?
before the days of the internet, you had to go to a theater to jerk off.
Yeah.
Dude, it was
savages.
He was at a jerk-off theater, jerking off. It would have been rude had he not done it. They completely derailed his career. He never touched children.
I thought he was a pedophile.
They didn't
Just
mention
jerk off.
anybody else.
Yeah.
Everyone thought he was
I
a
thought he was
sexual
a pedophile.
deviant.
Absolutely not.
No way. I think there was like a second offense that like kind of that's what did him in.
Well, yeah, according to a Sarasota County Sheriff's Office report, a detective watched as Rubens, quote, exposed penis with left hand and began to masturbate at 8:35 p.m., and then he started again 10 minutes later after a verbal warning.
I mean, it's a jerk-off theater.
Who doesn't get off to a
job
verbal
is that
warning?
in the jerk-off theater?
I went to see.
He was in a jerk-off theater, but
Right.
apparently they had brought the detective in to keep people from jerking off, say, hey, buddy, knock it off, and then he thought he could get sneaky with it.
McGruff the crime dog come in being like, hey,
Yeah.
it's not cool to jack it.
Take a bite out of crime. I went to see Lights Out. It's a fairly good movie, and recently, and yesterday, and everyone was on their damn cell phones the
damn
whole
cell
time.
phones.
I would rather the entire front row be jerking off than checking Google and on Twitter.
less
I don't think he did
distracting.
anything wrong.
There's a gypsy curse where that's going to come true, and you're going to be like, I was wrong.
I seriously would have no problem with it.
Did you jerk off in Lights Out?
No, I did not. I was too
It was too
distracted.
bright. Everyone was on their phones.
Yeah.
It was awful. But this ruined his entire career. It ruined Pee Wee forever. I mean, it was a show where he used to talk to a talking he used to have a conversation with a talking chair.
Named
Everything
Cherry.
was crazy, and all of a sudden he's jerking off in a movie theater made to jerk off in, and that was too much for us.
That was too
a
much.
sad time for America.
It was very sad. Yeah, I mean, as far as criminal charges go, he only was charged with a misdemeanor, and was sentenced to community service in order to pay a small fine. But after that, CBS stopped airing his show on Saturday mornings. Toys were removed from store shelves, and of course, every single late night comedian had at least one Pee Wee punchline every night.
Every night.
Do you guys
Pee-wee.
remember that like fucking creepy PSA that Pee Wee had in like the early 90s?
Hey kids, crack cocaine isn't cool.
No, it was like it was
not
he
cool.
was doing the Pee Wee voice, but it was like just understated where he held up like a vial of like crystals and was like, "This is crack cocaine, and it's deadly, and it will kill you." It was fucking terrifying.
I've never seen that.
And
no.
he didn't make a comeback until the movie Blow. It was like the early 2000s before they let him on the screen again.
At
He was
least-
also in Mystery Men.
Yeah, Mystery Men was
yeah,
before
but
that.
Mystery Men bombed.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, Mystery Man was what,
Buffy.
97, 98?
All
He
Star
was
was a good
also
song.
in Buffy, but
Yeah.
it took at least 5 years for his. But he also had a really bad mugshot. Like this is his mugshot.
Yeah, I remember that was. I remember
was
like
Horrifying.
I remember as a kid like finding out he was arrested, and I didn't really know what the reason was, but I remember seeing like I think my mom said he had his pants down, and I was like Pee Wee, and then I saw that picture, and it was like that's not Pee Wee.
That's
you
not
know?
Pee Wee.
It
It's
sucks.
not
No,
Pee-wee.
that's Paul Rubens.
Yeah.
I will say, though, I understand why all of us thought it was that he was a pedophile. That's why he was arrested, because that is one of the most pedophilic headshot or mugshots
Yes,
I've
yes,
ever
it
seen in my
is.
life.
And of course, he had been working with kids for such a long time. But
Yeah.
actually, not once you think about it,
He worked
he
with
never
adults.
actually
It was
worked
always
with
an
kids.
adult,
Right.
a kid
Yeah.
show for adults.
He
That was
worked
all
with
part-
like
Well,
Lawrence
that's the thing, right?
Fishburne.
It started as a sketch show.
in the
Yeah.
Groundlings.
Yeah, at the
It start-
Groundlings
it
or
start-
whatever.
yeah,
it
started
wasn't
at the-
for kids.
Yeah, it was was the Groundlings, it was Catherine O'Hara, it was that whole gang.
Yeah, and he had an
it was
HBO special.
Yeah, he had an HBO special, and it was like when they would do it live, it was really blue.
Yeah.
Like Pee Wee was like a disgusting, weird ass adolescent kid that was like super creepy, and then but he had a lot of enemies, Mr. Rubens, because he cut them all out. And he said that he invented Pee Wee. He took all the money, and a lot of people hated him in Hollywood. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Groundlings set it up. Where was it? Could be. What's the name of the father from American Pie?
Eugene Levy.
Eugene Levy did it.
Eugene Levy.
Bono.
You need to answer for your sins.
Yeah, but all those people, they buried him, they forgot about him. You know who came out in Paul Rubens' defense?
Who?
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Paul Rubens was like, no.
This was 1991.
Yeah,
that was
so, yeah.
actually the best endorsement you could get in 1991.
Oh my God.
He said, whatever he may have done, he hasn't done that to children.
That's
Very nice. Spoken like a
Nice.
true scumbag.
Sometimes it's just it's
not
L.A. You're
children.
drunk. It's an isolating city. Like the highs, the lows, and you just wander into a theater and get a little
there's-
mecca high, mecca hiney dance.
This was not
nothing wrong
Hollywood.
with
This is
it.
Sarasota,
Yeah,
Florida.
this is
He was
in Florida.
visiting.
He was in Florida.
He was visiting his parents. He said he was a little because he has talked a little candidly about it.
Yeah.
He said he was visiting his parents in Florida. He was kind of bored. He went to this strip club to this XXX theater that was right next to the Red Lobster.
It was next to a Red Lobster?
It was right next to the Red
You
Lobster.
present your
that's
dinner
disgusting.
receipt for 50% off ticket price.
I would
Right.
love to see the germs on the seats of that Red Lobster.
Yeah, it was between a Red Lobster and the Dutch family, the Dutch Valley family restaurant. And reportedly, he was either masturbating. There were two movies shown that night. It was either Nurse Nancy or Catalina Tiger Shark.
That's a good one. Catalina Tiger Shark's pretty solid.
Yeah.
What was he? What theater was he in? Either one of those. They don't know.
It was just called Adult Movie and Video. Oh, no, wait, excuse me. It was called the South Trail Cinema.
Wow.
I mean, but shame on him after the warning. I mean, you get the warning,
Yeah.
you gotta be
Right.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's he supposed to do? It would be like yelling at a crowd for laughing at a stand-up
Yeah,
show. It's a jerk-off movie theater.
I completely agree with you. It's completely ridiculous, but you get the warning, you
Yeah.
gotta go. You just
Yeah,
say,
you
cut
gotta
your
go.
losses.
All
Remember
right.
when Fred Willard was caught like 2 years ago?
Yeah, that was just forgotten completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's much beloved.
He is beloved. That was in public as well. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
And he stayed in good graces with Eugene Levy.
That's a great point.
Very good point.
Holden
Eugene
has like
Levy,
a cork board with like pins and strings connected to everything.
Yeah.
Eugene Levy, you need to answer some questions. I want to see some affidavits. I want to see some subpoenas and some penis.
All right. Wizard and the Bruiser. Check that
Happening
out. Right.
tomorrow. Wizard and the Accuser.
Wizard
Eugene
and the
Levy,
Accuser.
you need to answer for all of your sins. And you know what? Everyone jerks off. I don't care who you are, unless you're a woman and then you rub off or whatever it is.
Jackie, clarify.
Rub off.
Rub off.
Rub it off.
So maybe you're the sinner, sir. Maybe you're the dinner.
All right. Well, Levy's got to answer to that. There's no way that he won't. He's going to hear about it very soon. Holden McNeely has called him out.
Holden McNeely. I have 100 followers on Twitter.
The hottest beef in all of comedy right now.
Hottest beef.
Eugene Levy versus Holden McNeely.
I'm going to him right now. I'm making a rap song about it. I'm going to
Diss
drop
track.
the rap diss track on him. Eugene Levy. Nothing rhymes with Levy. It's really hard to rhyme.
Heavy.
Levy.
Heavy.
Heavy. Eugene Levy getting heavy. Not working out as much. Need to work out more.
Good advice. Just come
That's
over
my
over
He
the
needs like a
advice
good
thing.
revy. You
Holden,
know?
you rap as well as Holden McNeely.
Eugene, you mean.
You might want to get some writers for this
I
one.
might want to get some writers. Is Snoop Dogg available to write this diss track? for
Well,
me?
he is. He is.
Go Ice Cube.
Go Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Ice Cube does better diss tracks
Yeah,
for sure.
for
Who does
sure.
the best diss tracks?
I always like. I like Lil Bow Wow.
Lil Bow Wow.
It's just Bow Wow now.
The boy
He's
rapper.
just Bow Wow.
Yeah.
And
I
how
like
is
the
he?
pain.
He's
Jackie
changed.
can't inspect
He's
him. He's
not
no
so
longer a
little.
boy.
Yeah,
no
no.
longer Lil. Big Bow Wow.
Big Bow Wow. Jackie, how are you feeling? What are you thinking about?
I'm hot.
You're hot.
box.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
little stuffy in here.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
just
yeah.
thinking about.
I
your
was
hu-
thinking about, and then I was also thinking of other things that rhymed with levy.
Anything
that's
else?
That's
To be
what's going
honest
on in
with
my
you.
brain.
Bevy.
We had
Bevy?
Bevy. Yeah,
Bevy.
Already.
But that's what are you gonna
Chevy.
say? How are you gonna diss him with Chevy? Oh, Eugene Levy.
You're
can't
as
drive
dumb as a Chevy.
Get in the trunk of
Eugene
the
Levy
Chevy.
can't
Yeah,
drive a
ooh,
Chevy.
yeah.
How
Die.
You always
fucking
got to
pissed.
threaten to murder the
Yeah,
person
yeah.
you diss
I'm gonna
track.
shove you in the trunk of a Chevy.
Eugene Levy.
Unless
But that's
you answer to me.
it's an open truck bed. Chevy trucks.
Blood's gonna flow, gonna break the
Oh,
levee.
gotcha.
Heavy.
We know
That was
heavy.
the first thing I said, Marcus.
Your runs are destroying this podcast.
I was looking up the child pornography
Don't
accusation.
look that up.
All right, moving on, moving on.
Look that up.
Yeah,
The
don't
child
put it on the
pornography
computer.
accusations against Pee Wee Herman. There
Yes.
were some.
I know.
But
Anything
not proven. He didn't.
No,
get
he
in
did not
trouble
have
for
sex
that.
with children.
No.
No, nothing was proven.
No way.
He paid a $100 fine.
Oh, right.
Wait, did anyone watch the new Pee Wee Herman special? Am I the only
Broadway
one still?
special. I
No,
loved
the
it.
Netflix movie.
The Netflix movie.
I haven't
See
seen
it.
that yet.
Is it good?
I think I'm the only person
Yeah.
ever that has watched it.
Is it good?
You watched it?
Yeah.
Is it
It's
good?
weird. They
weird,
made not only did they make his face try to look like he did in like the late 80s, but they also like digitally enhanced it so his face looks
That sounds horrible.
Oh,
Young?
did you see that crazy photo? Like they behind the scenes photos showed that he had like this tape bandage apparatus on the back of his head
that what
to
it was?
stretch his skin.
he looks like he's wearing a
I
mask.
swear to
what
God,
they do to
Google
shirts
Paul Rubin's
On
neck
mannequins.
tape.
Paul Rubens' neck.
It's
tape.
fucking
tape.
freaky looking, man. He's real gross.
All right, let's take a look here. It's really how they make a Whopper look good in a Burger King commercial.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you can see it there.
Yeah.
Neck tape.
Aw.
Neck tape.
Should I be doing
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
No,
Yeah.
Jackie, you're not even 30
I
yet.
do
Beauty
that. Neck
secrets.
tape.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna do
that's
that.
the one.
All right, beauty secrets.
tape.
On that.
Pulls it back there.
Beauty secrets.
That's great.
Kind of exciting. All right, Marcus. Any other stories that you want to talk about, or
Maybe
should we just
about-
discuss how is your bowels doing? Do you feel comfortable? Your grimace is really endearing in a way.
I'm very uncomfortable, but
It comes and
You need a-
goes,
you need a
right?
gun.
It
Yeah.
comes
Is
and goes.
it like an airsoft gun or is it just straight water?
Well, let's not get into great detail on that.
airsoft gun?
Yeah, just like those little tiny like pip
Pellets.
pip 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 pip.
Oh, pips. No, I would say it's more of a, I don't know, like a soccer field after a rain.
Because right now the donkey hasn't left the casket, right? I mean, so we don't know what it's gonna be like.
Yeah, we're not really sure, but if I had to guess, I'd say I got a soccer field coming.
Oh boy.
Like, they're not canceling the games, but it's a mutter.
All right, very good.
I got
Donkey hasn't left the casket.
This just makes me have to shit.
I want to shit.
Now I gotta
my,
shit.
my bounty for a shit right now. Talking all this shit talk getting me going.
Man, I got a donkey in a casket.
You do? It's
I
barking
gotta
to
get
get
it
out.
out of the casket. I gotta get it into the ground.
The problem is you can try to pull on it with a string all you want, but it
Oh,
ain't
it
moving
ain't.
until it's ready to go.
It ain't moving. They are stubborn, even in death.
Even in death, and you can die with a boner, and it'll stay.
Good point, Holden. Donkey in the casket. All right, so
Let's go to another story.
should we do one more?
Let's do another one, yeah. A church organist is facing an indecent exposure charge after he allegedly shoved his penis through a bathroom divider wall and waited for a response from the man occupying the adjacent stall.
in the church.
Yeah, and no. This was in a restroom at a rest stop. Yeah. Yep, and one of my favorite headlines in a while, church organist busted in glory hole gambit.
Whoa!
Yeah. 75 years old this man was.
I'll
He's
never.
75?
Yeah, he's 75.
Does he look
He's
good
got a
for his
red
age?
face. He looks like a high school.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
he
It
does
looks
look
like
like
he's
a
wrestling
trying out
coach.
for varsity.
Yeah.
That is the most intense looking person.
Yeah, I
You
don't
have to
think
put
I'd
the
want-
microphone to your face, Jake.
I'm sorry, let me share my opinions about this old man's penis.
Thank
That's
you.
gotta be the
turn him
saddest
down.
feeling. Like just like your dick through a hole and just
No,
nobody
because like you're
sucking
working
it.
yourself up. You're like,
Yeah.
how many? Like, I'd say 10 seconds of like, oh shit, I'm actually doing it. Oh, I can't believe it. I feel so alive. And then like 15 seconds are like, hello?
Suck it.
Oh no.
I think it just sounds horrifying. I mean, I wouldn't put
do
my
it
hand.
wrong?
I wouldn't put my hand in a random thing. I mean, they just stick their penises anyplace willy nilly. Did they cuff his cock and then they let him know he was busted? I don't get the whole thing.
This
They
is
should have a designated area.
A glory hole area. Yeah.
I mean, I think there was a hole there, unless you brought a
Yeah,
drill
but
bit into
you
the
can't
bathroom
just
with him.
put a glory
But
hole
it's
anywhere.
weird to
Like, there's gotta
expect
be
that
a
somebody
certain section
somebody's
of
going to be willing to
stalls.
do that, to just see a loose, strange penis coming out and be like, yeah, I'm going to do something to that.
Well, I mean, obviously,
It's a truck stop, man. There are no laws.
That's true.
It's
the
like
stalls
opposite
with the
day.
red doors are the glory hole stalls.
Men are
So if you go in there, just be prepared. You might get a little dick in the cheek.
Well,
Knock
Taking a
3
shit.
times, say the secret password, then stick your dick through the hole.
Yeah.
Oh, if women had holes, if they had things that they could stick through
Yeah, we got
holes,
holes.
you guys could, you would
do
stick
it.
things through holes. I've seen some certain porns with women who like just stick their tits through the holes,
Yep.
and then the guys fuck through the holes, and then they kind of get. It's really cool.
And if it's
what
in
they
a
do.
porn, it has to be real.
No, it's really cool what they do is because they've just got like they get the board in the middle, but then you've got the woman on one side and man on the other, and they don't know what the other one
I
looks
think
like.
that's
but
how
they're still
Hasidic
doing
Jews
it.
also make
No,
babies.
that's the only way I would fuck through a hole is through a Jew sheet. Just to
It's
try
like
it out.
that children's movie, Holes.
With Shia LaBeouf?
Shia LaBeouf. All right, so now this guy is in a bunch of trouble.
Well, according to cops, a worker operating a street sweeper on July 12th stopped to use the restroom at a small park in Brooksville, a Tampa suburb. While in a stall, the man told police a man entered the restroom and went into the adjoining stall. In short order, cops say the victim was confronted with the private parts of Jerry Childress, 75, who shoved his penis through the divider wall and waited.
Yellow.
Agitated victim subsequently confronted Childress, who promptly exited the restroom and fled the scene on foot. Though cops responding to the 911 call were unable to locate the suspect, the victim, who returned to working in the vicinity of the park, subsequently spotted Childress exiting a wooded area. When Childress got into his car and drove away, the victim began following him, apparently while behind the wheel of the street sweeper. After tailing Childress to the Faith Evangelical Presbyterian Church, the victim called...
He just kept walking through the church and was like, sanctuary!
You know what, though? I'm going to say
safe place, base.
it was
base.
a little extreme on
Yeah,
the part of
absolutely.
the person who was
victim?
confronted with
Yeah.
the penis. The
He was-
victim, a
Like,
very
yeah,
loose
let it
term in
go.
this
He was
situation.
agitated. And let me ask you, Ben, you're taking a shit.
Yeah.
And
Someone puts a cock through it?
Someone puts a cock through it.
I don't.
Not
want
it. I would literally.
better be-
I already know my exact response because I'm chill about 90% of things. I'd be like,
Don't
not
come at
into
me
it.
with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, be like, don't come at me with that. I would just be like, nah, bro, no,
No,
and just
taking a
like
shit.
Yeah.
get it out and just. But I really would never tail
No.
them. I would
Yeah.
not be
This
that
is
offended.
This
No.
is what you do. You put the toilet paper roll on it. Becomes a toilet paper holder. You're getting something out of
And
it
then
because
he's
you're
getting
gonna
a
get a
little
wipe,
something.
but
He's
he's
getting
gonna
that
get a little
roll.
something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's
No, you
gonna
gotta
get a
spit
tiny
it in
bit.
the toilet paper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you wet it
that's
up.
friction there.
It's how, but like
You're not
how
gonna like
amazing is
Oh, what a different picture. His face in the mugshot looks like he's like, don't tell my kids.
And if you're angry, just give the dick an Indian burn and be done with it. Don't fucking.
Yeah, you don't
Smack.
no Indian
That's
burn.
You
assault.
don't have to Indian burn it.
Thump it.
Yeah.
Thump.
You
yeah.
thump
Get outta here.
I
Yeah.
would take my keys and slap at it with my keys.
Right,
And then you get the idea, and maybe he likes it, and if that's what's going to get him off,
It's
I'll
the
do that.
pursuit
Like
in
you're
the
trying to get a
street
fly,
sweeper.
both hands.
And it's
yeah.
that oops, sorry that you get in return from the man on the other end.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
everyone loves a good oopsie moment.
Yeah, I would not jump straight into Bronson and start tailing these people.
In
I mean,
a
I-
street
yeah.
sweeper though, like that's
In
like
the
it's just
street
like
sweeper.
that I have in my entire life he must be brought to justice.
Yeah.
I kind of missed the part that this was a street sweeper. The guy was
Chased
driving
him in a
it.
street sweeper.
Yeah, his buddy hopped in a fucking little street roller.
Oh my god.
Well, Childress has been the Faith Evangelical Presbyterian Church's organist for the past decade. On his LinkedIn page, Childress notes that, quote, I am the principal organist for the church, which is a paid position.
They could have said keyboardist, but the crime they have to go with organist.
Yeah,
He
it's
calls
right.
himself an organist.
Yeah.
He said, but I do it because of my love of playing organ,
organist.
or he said of playing organ music and giving my gift back to God.
Giving his organ.
Sometimes I like to give my gift through a hole in the back of my
There it is. Julia Johns.
Julia
Stick
Jones.
my organ through the hole. Stick my organ through the hole.
Every organist I've ever met's been a creepy weirdo.
It's a weird sound the organ makes.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
They all have those. They have bad glasses. They all wear bad glasses, and they're gross.
None of them are married.
None of them are married. They have hair in weird spots.
Some of them are in the doors.
Some of them are in the doors.
Well, Childress, he was divorced in 2008, but remarried in 2013, according to his Facebook page, which includes the profile photo that you will see now. There you are.
He's got
Bad
billboard
glasses.
That guy likes his dick sucked by dudes.
Yeah, the guy with the black and white, the black shirt with the
Piano
music,
key tie.
piano key tie. Excuse me, organ tie.
Yes. Organist, please.
I prefer the term Ganist, please.
Wait, what's the guy's name?
Jimmy Childress? No. His name is Jerry Childress.
The Private Parts of Jerry Childress is my favorite Ben Folds song.
Well, the church has deleted Childress's photo and a short biography from its website. A cached version remains online. The musician, quote, leads worship on Sunday morning, and his bio notes his prelude pieces mark the service with dignity and splendor as the gathering worshipers prepare their hearts for corporate praise. What the hell is that? What the hell is corporate
I
praise?
think we just unlocked a cult. Corporate praise. Is
They all just like start humming loudly and looking at a Walmart logo.
and it's jingles. They hum jingles.
Wait,
Corporate
where
praise.
is this at?
This is in Tampa.
Oh.
Why doesn't he just shove his dick into the tubes of the organ?
Ooh, yeah.
They're real.
And then like
Fun.
play
Right.
a
They're
note
very
and,
high
like,
up.
Yeah, they're
vibrate
really
through
high.
The
it.
vibration.
Also, a dick sucking organ is like super expensive.
Expensive, yeah. They don't have
So
that
pricey.
in Florida.
That's the thing.
And then like you got to get a dancing monkey while you do that.
And then you have
Why
to have-
doesn't he just like find some little boys like the rest of the church?
Because the boy inspector has been
I'll come in and I'll
around.
say, "Where's your organist?" Because I think he's got something for me to inspect.
Oh God, you know what it is? He's so old and like that. Like clearly that rest stop used to be the fucking like. What's the creep spot?
Yeah, go.
Jam.
Yeah,
and he
it's like-
wanted to like reclaim some former glory, but like glory.
Glory.
But times have changed, old man.
Yeah.
We're not about that anymore.
Glory holes are everywhere now. You do not have to go to the public park to get your dick sucked anymore. He could just go out on a Tuesday night to just a random restaurant and say, "Hey, buddy, who wants to suck my dick?"
Hey,
And
Mater
someone will.
D, come over here and suck
you know-
on my fucking rod for a minute, all right? I want the shrimp
No, you know
in
what?
your mouth.
His old buddy from back in like the swinging days is like, listen, Jerry, like I get it, you're frustrated. Here, try Grindr. And he's just like, I don't get these newfangled apps. I'll do it myself.
And that's Obama's America.
That's what Obama's done
Amen.
to America. Love that Michelle, though. She has the best arms! Arms!
I'm voting for Michelle Obama.
Yeah,
20,
writing it in.
18.
I'm with Michelle.
28. There's no presidential elections in 2018.
There might be. What if some switcheroo happens? I'm calling shenanigans on the whole situation. Arms! Arms!
What's that shenanigans alarm sounds? I mean, we gotta switch it up.
Uh-oh, I'm upside down. Arms!
Shoes on the hands.
Hey, Ben, welcome back.
Arms!
This is what happened when you left.
Shenanigans.
Arms!
Is that what happens?
Not great. Arms!
He's talking. Holden decided to start talking politics.
Yep.
Oh, you did?
Talking about Michelle Obama.
She's got great arms.
Oh!
Shenanigans.
Holden thinks that the 2016 election is just a big switcheroo, and it's actually going to be in 2018.
Yep.
And that's when
And we
Michelle
elected-
Obama's going to run.
Trey says he's voting for Michelle, and I told
I'll vote for Michelle.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
she's
she does steroids. I'm
You know
totally
what?
voting for her.
add Y to the end of what she's got, and you get Army. she can lead the troops
yes.
into the War of the Dragons, because that is happening too, by the way. Game of Thrones is
Don't you
predicting.
can't flap into that.
So we'll flap into it.
No, I can't say War of the
just
Dragons.
showed up.
We agree that Holden is actively experiencing
Save
a
that for
fever
the
dream
Dork
live
and
on the
Lizard
podcast, right?
podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Let's do one more story before we get to the segment. This one's for you, Ben.
All right.
Shoppers couldn't believe who was behind the wheel after a car crashed into a Walmart on Friday.
I hope it's a monkey.
Pat Sajak.
A witness tells WSAZ, that's WSAZ, that she was standing in front of the store when she noticed a car moving from its parking space at the front of the lot in her direction. The woman says the car slowly moved straight towards her. She at first guessed the driver was someone she knew who was messing with her.
Yeah, Jackie, I do want to say she has her fingers crossed right now. She is so
really
happy.
hope it's a monkey.
Jackie, you want it to be a monkey? All right.
That is until she noticed the face of the driver was...
Wait, should we all guess?
Beaver.
What do you think, Alden?
I'm going to go with a dog.
Beaver.
I already know the answer.
Jake?
Child with autism.
Monkey.
Child without autism.
It was a dog!
Because it was for Ben,
I know
and
it
Ben
wasn't
loves
for Ed.
Marmaduke.
I know.
Oh, Marmaduke, all of them. Corgis, Pomeranians.
And the woman got out of the way, and the car crashed into the store, and she says the second dog was in the passenger seat.
Oh my god.
Oh, the dog.
And after the wreck, that dog somehow managed to roll down the window and jumped out.
There's no way this is true.
They've done
There's
this
no way.
before.
Is this the first wave of a war towards a horrifying planet of the dogs?
No, that
It
is
is possible.
Reporter
It's
says yes.
White God.
What's that?
There's a movie about dogs taking over and like fighting back.
Oh, wait, no, you're thinking of that Rick and Morty episode.
No. Ed
thinking
loves this
Planet
movie.
of the
Eddie,
Apes.
where are you?
Oh, we're.
I'm right here. All right,
Ed,
Eddie,
you
what's
know
the name
this
of the
song?
movie?
It's called the Me Doggy Me Boy.
Yeah, they all like
That's
escape
it.
and they're all running
Me
together,
boy.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
I saw that.
Why
Me
are
doggy
we doing
me
an
more,
Adam
yeah.
Sandler impersonation?
Are you talking about White God?
White God.
Yes.
No, you're talking about Good Boy.
No.
No.
Well, either way, dogs
Old
should take
Yeller.
over.
Oh, no, Good Boy
The
is...
Fox and the Hound.
It's a Good Boy is when an intergalactic dog pilot from...
That's it.
No, Juliet, wait.
I'm sorry.
Intergalactic dog pilot from Sirius. Do you guys know what Sirius is?
The
Yeah.
dog
Planet?
star.
The Dog Star.
Oh, good Christ.
He visits Earth to verify the rumors that dogs have failed to take over the planet.
Damn.
It's kind of like that.
Right.
You could make a strong argument dogs have taken over the planet. We clean up their dookie, we walk
Yeah.
them, or do they walk us? That's
Don't
what I
get
always
me
like.
started
Don't
on
get
that.
me
Started.
We
Pokemon
pamper them,
Go.
we take care of them. They have almost as many laws as humans do to protect them. I feel like dogs are winning.
Yeah, in this
We
movie,
feed them, they don't even buy their own food.
Then explain pugs.
Pugs are unbelievably adorable. What happened with Westminster, they started breeding them all wrong, and they have excess skin down their throat, so they have to have surgery so they can breathe.
yeah, starring Molly Shannon and Kevin Nealon as Mrs. and Mr. Baker.
It's like that children's movie, Holes.
I have not thought about
Shia
Molly
LaBeouf.
Shannon in a very long time. What
You don't
happened to her?
need to.
She's in fucking Good Boy.
Yeah.
Good boy. But yeah, when was
That
this
was
movie made?
13 years ago.
Yeah.
13 years ago.
She was in something recently.
Yeah, I
Was
saw
there
her
a
in some
dog
recently,
hitting the
right?
gas pedal? Were there thrice
Yeah,
dogs? Like, I don't understand how many dogs
That
were in the car.
well, the cruel irony is that means the driver had the keys in the car and left it running so the dogs wouldn't get hot.
Nice.
That is
And
exact.
how do they repay that kindness with open rebellion?
That is exactly
Pop that
what
bitch in the
happened.
drive.
The dog that they paged the owner of the car, who turned out to be a woman in her late 70s. The car owner said she left the car running while she went into the store so the dogs could stay cool, and the dog had managed to get the car out of park. An employee with the store said the dogs were fine, and there was minimal damage done both to the building and the car.
That's
wow,
amazing.
cute dogs
I
driving.
wonder
Yeah.
if those were her children that she had murdered, that their souls went into her dogs and they were trying to kill her.
Sounds like
Most
a
likely.
spooky case for the boy inspector.
My goodness.
Yeah, I'll inspect anything you got, as long as it's got balls on it.
Why do we keep sending our children to it? Why do we let her see it?
Gimme.
All right, it's time for a segment from Holden McNeely.
Oh no! It's like that movie Holes. Eugene Levy, you green Levy, you're new at this and you're bad at this.
It's a terrible diss track.
No, that was pretty good, actually.
I mean, it's getting better.
It's
true.
got to admit. I'll have some Beatles samples. Okay. So, weed. Everybody's smoking it. It's like the new fun thing to do,
Is
right?
this the hot new street drug I've been reading about on Twitter?
Right? It's not gonna kill you, but it's gonna try. We're gonna try today. Name a weed strand. You're creating your own weed strand, and you're gonna name what kind of maybe the effect that it can have on the body. We can get into edibles and vapes. Marcus, moving to Seattle, has billions of dollars. He's gonna hire one of us to be his first big weed strand that he's gonna develop and put out there.
And remember,
weed legal in it is legal in Washington.
And remember,
okay.
I don't smoke weed, so I'm selling this weed to unsuspecting customers. Keep that in mind.
I think they're very suspecting, aren't they?
They're extremely suspecting, but they are unsuspecting, possibly because of one of the answers you may give. You may give something sinister. You may give something fun. Who knows? I'm excited to find out. Trey or Holden?
Mine's called You Green Levy, right? Easy, right? Writes itself. And I'm free. I'm a free bird now because I finished my segment, essentially, because I know what else I'm going to say. It makes you mean.
It makes you drive a Chevy.
It makes you drive a Chevy. It makes you
So stupid.
listen to diss tracks. And it makes you be upset about the diss track that is written for you, sir. And it makes you conspiracy boy person. So you do those all the time, and you mess with people's lives, and you mess with their minds. That shitty weed. Don't let me win. It's a bad weed.
Wow.
Trey, how are you going to top that bag of bananas?
Yeah, you're a weed guy here.
Elephant Stampede.
Ooh.
Yeah. You smoke it and it feels like an elephant stomped on your head. Yeah.
Flathead.
Sounds horrifying.
It's like a drop
it's
dead
in a
friend.
good
Is that good?
way.
It's like an indica, right?
Yes, this is an indica. This
An
is
indica.
a fucking melt into the couch kind of weed.
Yeah.
like-
What kind of cartoons am I going to want to watch on this?
Ren and Stimpy.
Okay, yeah, all right, that's a good
Yeah.
one. That's a real
Yeah.
good one. I like
Yeah,
where you're
really,
going with
the whole old MTV catalog would be good. Beavis and Butthead, Ren and Stimpy.
Liquid
all
television?
those. Yeah, liquid television.
Eon Flux,
Eon
perhaps?
Flux,
You
baby.
get into a little bit,
Done.
throw a little bit into that, sparingly though, sparingly.
Yeah,
you
so
want
don't
to
put you in
stick
a
with
bad
the
place.
Ren and Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead heavy.
Whatever you do, do not watch The Max. I urge you, do not watch The
Oh,
Max.
I love the Max.
So good.
So good. So this is just a weed strand. It doesn't have to be smokable, right? Pizza. Right? Like, what is pizza?
So you just want me to open a
smokable.
pizzeria?
Yeah, but like the pizza's
gets you-
full of weed.
It gets
that
you high,
cheese.
right?
Yeah.
It gets you high. It's high. It's edible. So it's an edible. Trey,
Pizza weed.
can you do that?
Yeah.
Put weed on pizza?
Well, can you?
Sure.
But I mean,
Oil.
you can't just eat weed and get high. You
you
have to
can.
have it activated THC.
Right, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
You got to heat it up enough to where it'll release the THC.
Yeah, release
Yeah.
the THC.
Yeah.
Like we could do like butter, put butter on
Yeah.
pizza.
Put butter
Yeah, or
on
cheese.
it.
Oh, I got it. What we could do?
I know what it's pizza.
Yeah, I know it's pizza, but Papa John's garlic sauce. You make
for
weed Papa
dipping.
John's garlic sauce for dippins.
Hey, buddy, why don't we make weed Papa John's garlic sauce for dippins?
That's a great idea.
Really,
I
you
like
could
it.
use vaped weed because vaped weed's been heated up enough to release everything. So just dump a bunch of vaped weed on the pizza. It'll get
Could
you
be.
high
Like
as
oregano.
Fuckholio, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Like
name.
Yeah, mix it
oregano.
with oregano.
I'm gonna name my bong Michelle Obonga. It's gonna be a big strong arm. Jake.
Oh, well, now we're dealing with two. All right, well, if okay, so the thing with weed strains is that they have like two different naming conventions. It's either like really like soft and friendly, like Blueberry Whisper,
You're too smart for this.
or they're like terrifying. And I'm gonna go terrifying.
Okay.
This is guaranteed panic attack. This is a sativa above all sativas. This will just rock your ass in a single puff.
It's like the ghost pepper of weed.
Yeah, it's like high. This is a guarantee. Like you see this name and you're like, I know what I'm getting into, and I'm gonna call it Daddy's Belt.
Oh, I get whacked in your ass.
Get scared,
Jackie,
Get
do you have
scared.
Daddy's Belt?
No, not exactly that, but similar.
Also,
boy inspector.
you can serve it by doing hot knives and then like you take it to a Cold Stone Creamery and they chop it into ice cream.
Ooh, there we go.
No, I have had some skip. Back when I did smoke weed, there's like White Widow, AK-47.
The one that spooked me the most was called Nuclear Holocaust.
Oh yeah, there's one called Irish Marriage. Really dangerous.
Trump 2016.
Yep.
Jackie, it should just be Boy Inspector.
It's not going to be Boy Inspector. I got a whole other thing. It's going to be a hybrid weed. It's called Butterfly Kisses. And it's all going to be about the song Butterfly Kisses. So what it's going to do...
I don't know that song.
It comes,
Butterfly Kisses.
it comes with a mini disc.
Yeah. It's all about a father fucking his daughter.
Oh.
But it's not about that. In reality, it's more about like the love of a father to a daughter. My sister danced to it to her father-daughter dance at her wedding.
yeah.
And it's all about just like, it's like, walk me down the aisle, daddy. It's my first time. And it's like all that kind of stuff where it's like this weird sexual kind of relationship between them.
Isn't she
Marcus?
lovely?
May I read from Butterfly
This
Kisses?
is, yes.
There's two things I know for sure. She was sent here from heaven, and she's daddy's little girl. As I drop to my knees by her bed at night, she talks to Jesus, and I close my eyes. And I thank God for all of the joy in my life. But most of all, for butterfly kisses after
Is that a fucking Amy Grant song?
Bedtime prayer.
You know, it's funny.
sticking little white flowers all up in her hair. Walk beside the pony. Daddy, it's my first ride. I know the cake looks funny, Daddy, but I sure tried.
This was a song written by someone who wasn't imprisoned.
Overall,
Paul
he's
Rubens?
done wrong.
Oh, yeah.
He must have done something right.
Yeah, Sweet 16 today, she's looking like her mama a little more every day.
Oh
So,
my God, is this guy? Who
This-
sang that song?
This
Bob Carlyle.
Bob Carlyle needs to be investigated.
is going to be great for people that have got daddy issues.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you're smoking it, you can look at your partner and be like, yeah, you could be my daddy tonight.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and it also helps with daddies that want to fuck their babies. And it's like, oh, but I smoke this. And then it's like, oh, then I'm chill enough to fuck a full grown woman
Yeah.
instead.
So everyone,
I
so like
see.
you bust this out at a party and like everyone's like feeling real bad and like crying and awful, but like 20% of them are going to be like having the time of their life.
Having great time. Yeah, like really ready.
Yeah. People who enjoy a woman who is one part woman, the other part girl, to perfume and makeup from ribbons and curls.
So
Guys,
my
the 90s
sister's
was-
father-daughter.
Okay. That's a whole. We could do the whole episode on just that song alone.
So that's my strain. And so it makes you feel, it's like there's a lot of weed out there that like makes you feel a little uncomfortable, but you're feeling good.
Yeah.
So
you're
it's like,
feeling good.
Actually, that's one of my favorite feelings. Is like feeling good, but like a little
A
uncomfortable.
little out of your skin.
Yeah,
a little bit.
out of my skin. Yeah.
butterfly kisses.
Butterfly kisses.
All right.
That's a good name.
There you go. Julia Johns.
Oh, boy.
You're on Twitter, you're on Instagram, you're on the internet. You can be found by putting your two names in. What do you think this weed strain should
It's
be?
one name, isn't it? It's one name.
Well, no, Julia's one name and John's is the other name.
But it's one name.
But you can't look up fucking Julia.
just-
It's gonna a million fucking girls
Yeah.
are gonna show up.
He's
Julia's
just
the
trying
most
to
boring
describe my
woman's name of all time.
Wow.
Oh, Barbara.
Wow, 544 million hits for Julia. You're not special.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the worst.
How about Julia Johns?
Oh, so many. That's like a Clark Kent. It's like a alter ego.
Oh my
name.
God, the computer just exploded. It's got so much.
Just all headshots.
1.4 million results. Less. I mean, the first picture that comes up is you with a fish.
Yeah, it is.
hey, do
That's
you
a
own your
shark.
name?
That's me holding a shark.
No, if you're the first
But then
result-
there's another one.
Ooh.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
gotta
that
look-
bitch
they all
has to
gotta
get
look
off
the
on my.
same.
Like you.
Yeah.
That's a
image
good
search.
thing. At least all Julias
gotta
look
get out
the
of
same. So even if it's a picture of someone else, Julia Johns,
Yes.
you're on Facebook.
All right.
You have a Gmail account.
Okay, my strand is. It's called Lime Skittles because I miss them so much,
Okay.
and
Ooh,
it's
so it's hard to find.
Yeah. And it's
It's a terrible way to run a business.
you like
Yeah, you want it easily to find.
you hallucinate like anything that you want. So it's kind of like a make your own virtual reality.
So,
And
so you're saying that it's like lucid dreaming in like weed form.
yeah, so if you're like
green pill.
if you want to hallucinate a slide that you take into a bunch of pillows or feathers or Skittles, you do it, and then
You only hallucinate in Skittles.
But how cool?
though.
Yeah.
Best thing
There's
ever.
always Skittles
The
involved.
brand
you know?
tie-ins are enormous.
Yeah.
That is big brand tie-ins.
You want to hallucinate your favorite, your celebrity crush. Boom, he or she is there. You can do. Right
How's
there.
about-
But
is
they
it just
never have
with them?
genitalia.
What an
That's
odd
the problem.
caveat.
It's a weird.
Always.
It's a
No.
weird issue.
Oh wait, multiple genitalia, if anything.
Okay, they all
Okay,
have.
so everyone is guaranteed to have at least 4 sets of genitals
Yeah.
on their
Yeah.
body.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. But it's like both man and woman. Like, say
Yes.
you
Yeah.
could get like Angelina Jolie, but she'll have like
She might
4.
have a vagina
she
on
might
her
have like
forehead.
4 dicks on her.
Yeah.
It's a roll of the dice.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could like I don't know, get like Jennifer Aniston and she's got like 3 vaginas and 1 penis.
Yes.
Are there testicles involved?
This
Yeah,
is the
guys,
side
you know,
effect of
we-
The
What's so
testicles
hard
are
about
always
this?
their side.
This is a side effect.
Well, it's a caveat. I don't think
Yeah,
it's in side
sometimes
effect
it's kind of like a
territory.
glitch, if you will.
Yeah,
But
and the
normally,
Matrix.
everything's the way you want it.
Normally.
Just the genitalia issue. That's the only problem.
Can't iron out that
Sometimes you
butt.
take that slide into that bunch of Skittles, and then you're like, there's a couple penises in here, but
Right, but whatever.
Alright, wild.
You can still suck at her tits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're always gonna have tits.
Yeah, but sometimes those genitalia is going to be on the tits.
It could be on the
Yeah.
tits,
Yeah.
but then you just dream up a different person.
Or inside of the mouth.
Technically,
yeah,
my
that'd be
answer is the best one.
What are you talking about? Mine's you can hallucinate anything you
Mine's
want.
just pizza.
What if Angelina Jolie opens up her mouth and like a dick comes out like it's an alien?
Oh my god, dude!
Dog
tongue.
We were talking. We have a movie idea about a guy with a dick for a tongue
You shouldn't
and a
say it on this.
tongue for a penis.
It's
but
out
it's like
there
a dog's
now, you
tongue,
idiots.
So they call it dog tongue.
Yeah, it's a dog's tongue, but he's also got testicles.
Call him dog
A
tongue.
dog's, but he's got like a dog's tongue, like it's
hitting
long.
delirium. It's
It's
too
like
hard.
long and
Dog,
yeah.
You know, Snapchat, there's a filter. You could see that right now.
But he's got the penis in his mouth, and the penis works like a regular penis.
When it
so
gets
if he
hard,
gets,
it just
like
comes
it actually
out.
sticks out of
Yeah,
his
it
mouth, and
sticks out
he
of his
can't
mouth.
hide it. It's just sticking out, and like when he has to pee, he has to just lean over the toilet and like just no. It's just a regular penis, so he doesn't make any noise unless he wants to. So
You're
it just
listening to
dribbles
another
out.
classic segment from Holden McNeely on the Round Table of Gentlemen,
And then
only on
sometime-
Cave Comedy Radio.
Yeah, and the weird thing is that he has to direct it with like 2 fingers on each side of his mouth because if he doesn't get it right, the stream is going to hit the back of his teeth and he's
Right.
just going to get a mouthful of piss.
Thank you for that nightmare vision.
All right, so that happened.
Oh wait, plug.
No, we're not done yet.
On Dorkly on YouTube.com.
We're not done.
We're not done yet. We're not
Get
done
your
yet.
plug in. Don't let him stop you.
Why is he plugging?
Pokemon Mover Marijuana Strain, an online quiz. Take it now. How much do you know?
There you go. It had to do with the segment.
We
That's why he
still
was
have
plugging
to
it
know what the answer is.
Yeah. Actually, out of all of these ideas, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say that the pizza idea is the best idea.
Pizza is the best idea. Just give me weed pizza.
It's not a weed
Yeah, what
strain. It's a delivery.
No,
system.
What a
Holden.
cop
Holden actually did say edibles as well.
Yeah.
And I gotta
Boom.
say, I mean, really, the garlic sauce, the garlic butter was my
That was
idea.
your idea.
I
That's
know
why
it's
we
the
went with
best
it.
idea.
There we go.
It's by far the
Everybody
best
loves
idea. You know what they say? Invest in yourself. Believe in yourself, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Loves that garlic sauce. I'll tell you, do one better for you. Inject a little of the weed stuff in the pepperoncinis.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that you chomp on a pepperoncini.
Not everybody eats a pepperoncini.
I love a pepperoncini.
Not everybody eats
I
it.
don't
miss
Yes,
them.
they
I
do.
miss
It's gonna
them.
eat the pepperoncini once it gets you high off your nutsack.
That's
All
true.
right, so that's this episode of Roundtable. Jake, you had something you wanted to plug.
No, we already plugged it. It had to
I'm
do with
great.
the. I just want to say,
Don't
Julia
do it.
Johns is on Facebook. You can search for her.
Butterfly gets
Twitter, hey Julia Johns.
after bedtime.
I'm on Twitter now too, apparently at Holdenators. And
Oh, but
catch
you're also on there as
Julia Johns.
Jewel
I never
Johns, right?
started
What is
it.
that?
Somebody else started it.
Oh, that's not you?
No, and somebody's being me. Well, I don't even want to talk about it. Maybe
This is
that
a
person
whole
is me.
thing.
No one's at this point. They're done.
No
right?
one's listening anymore.
People are listening.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.
Goodbye.
Bye.
For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to cavecomedyradio.com.